everybody. All right, here we go. That's I believe her name, Alina Gingertail, providing that music here. Well, she didn't provide it. I'm playing it from her channel. Her channel is linked below. Be sure to check it out. Wanted to do this video this morning, but I couldn't. Reason being, had a job to go to. Oh man, yeah, that's right. Unlike these other YouTubers who they basically started doing it like the one guy Maximilian, who's kind of been covering Final Fantasy VII. He's kind of lopped off within recent months. He put out a video right after the trailer dropped, said he'd been streaming all night long. I don't have that luxury. Other YouTubers, Dashing David, everybody else out there, the first class soldier, first class, the Night Sky Prince, all those guys put out videos immediately, and I didn't have a chance to do that. Reason being is because I don't have the luxury of just popping up videos. This trailer dropped literally at like the trailer literally dropped at like 6 o'clock this morning, 7 o'clock this morning Eastern time, which is like 7. I want to say it dropped. No, I woke up at 6:30. I think it dropped at like 6 a.m. Eastern, which is 8 a.m. Japan time, like the day after, which would be the February 1st. Or no, 8 p.m. If it dropped at 7 here a.m., that means it's like 9 p.m. over there, I want to say, because they're like 13 or 14 hours ahead of us. So, I went ahead and, sorry guys, just checking audio levels here. This is 8 a.m. Japan. There we go. So I was watching this video in bed. I got about halfway through this trailer, and I was like, okay, I got to watch this on the big screen. So I immediately went into the living room and pulled this up there on the 4K TV and just watched it like 7 times in a row. I could not stop watching this trailer. And sorry, I'm just sharing this link out here, making sure everybody's making sure everybody knows that we're live. But yeah, we're going to go shot by shot on this. And we're going to go ahead and, I just, like I said this morning, I had tears in my eyes. And I must have shared it like 5 times on YouTube. Because I could not believe that they did this today. Of all days. So here we are. We're going to watch it shot by shot. And I'll pause it frequently throughout the video and give you my thoughts here. If you haven't seen this trailer, watch it, and you want to watch it, just look it up. It's the theme song trailer, because they do the theme song. And if you look at Square Enix's YouTube page, they have like a making of, or behind the scenes of making the theme song, which they say will be the ending song for this game. So I'm taking it that this game is going to go ahead and play over the ending credits. So yeah, February 1st, I believe it was, February 1st, 2000, golly, you can tell I'm tired. February 1st, 1997, Final Fantasy VII drops in Japan, I believe it was. And we get one of the most beloved games of all time. It was the very first game I think I played on PlayStation. On my own. When I very first got my own PlayStation, I think it was the very first the very first game that I put in. Did I beat it? No. Did I play it for long? No, because Little did I know that everybody at school was going to be talking about this game and how cool it was, and and then I ended up picking it up again and playing it again. I still didn't beat it as a kid, but little did I know that this game is going to just explode. It changed RPGs forever. It changed video games forever. It ended a relationship between Square and Nintendo, which is why they went to that stupid Paper Mario crap. To this day, I wish Square and Nintendo would kind of, patch things up and do a remake. I would love to see a remake of Mario RPG. Or a remaster, something to that effect. But anyway, we get, fast forward 2015, E3. We get this beautiful remake trailer, and even if you go back to 2014, they put out this tech demo and announced that, they got everybody's hopes up and announced that Final Fantasy VII is going to be ported to the PS4 with brand new graphics and HD graphics and 1080p and all this, and it's not what people wanted. And then in 2015, they trolled again by doing the World of Final Fantasy trailer before they did the remake trailer. But then, today we get this, and let's go shot by shot for it. I'm going to go ahead and play it here. I hope the volume's okay on it. Here we go.
So, what did you want to talk about?
When spring comes, I'm leaving town. I'm going to Midgar.
Right off the bat, there you go. We get Cloud as a kid. He's got a ponytail. We get Tifa as a kid. And we get them sitting on top of the water tower. And we get to look at Nibelheim. Now, this look at Nibelheim is very close to what it, kind of what they presented in the original Final Fantasy VII. Hold on, guys. Let me check one thing here. Okay. So it still kind of looks like a basic background. Yes, it's 3D, and yes, it is way more nuanced than the original. But I don't get the sense that this is the Nibelheim that we will see in the future, because later on this trailer we're going to see Wall Market, and Wall Market looks like a full-fledged town. This doesn't feel that way to me, but I still like it. It's better than, it's appropriate for the remake. But Cloud there, he's got the combat boots and the tied off jeans and the white shirt, looking very skaterish, Only thing's missing from him is a pair of Vans. But we get the actual water tower, the windmill in motion. Let's continue here.
I'm going to be...
Now, they zoom in right here, and so I do believe that this part of it is a fully fleshed out town. But still, this house over here just looks like it's stuck there. It doesn't look like and I'm sure some people are going to data mine the hell out of this game once it does come out to go out of bounds and stuff. This is a cutscene. I don't think they'll be able to do that here.
A soldier. The best of the best. Like Sephiroth.
Now, Cloud here looking very younger than he does later in the game. Obviously, of course, he's supposed to be a child. But I want to say that wasn't Cloud 16 or 17 when he ran off? I'm not quite sure. I mean, I love Final Fantasy VII, but there's people out there that can tell you what age he is here, what age he is, when he gets to Midgar, all that crap. I'm not one of those people. But let's go. Another thing here, the hair. I don't know why they can't get hair right in video games. Right here looks a little bit touchy, and this is why they have to say it's development footage. And this may be why they delayed the game, so they could polish stuff like this. But if you look at this area right here compared to the rest of his hair, it just looks like it's, it looks out of place. And there we see Genova. We see all the pods and everything. A lot different than what they look like in the original Final Fantasy VII. Hold on real quick, guys. I got to check one thing here. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Anyway. But yeah, looking very different. This Mako reactor. And this is where we see developmental footage, subject to change. We see the pods, and there's Genova. There she is. I love that right there. Hold on.
Tell me.
I love how Aerith, right there, just grits her teeth because she has such disdain for Sephiroth, and we see him there standing there at Genova. This is different. This is, unless this is the Shinra headquarters, where you get the blood splatters and everything all over the floor. We don't really get this in the remake. We don't get it with Barrett there, to the best of my knowledge. But this could be inside Shinra headquarters right here. Before they do the deal where you got to walk the blood trail. I don't know. This is different. It's very different, and I'm liking it. And just look at the details here, man. You can see. I don't know how good it is on the stream here, but where I'm sitting, I have a 1080p monitor. YouTube is going to put out at 1080p. You can see like such detail in the clothing. Like you can actually see almost every individual thread on Barrett, and look at Aerith's dress. It's just so damn detailed and awesome. And then we have our boy, the man, the bad guy, Sephiroth, just looking badass as always.
Tell me, is it really you?
Look at that. The Mako infused eyes, or Mako infused eyes, and god damn, I can't. Why did they have to delete this or delay this?
Are we on schedule?
And we get our President Shinra here, and we get our the title of the song is called Hollow, and I hope to God, because I'm one of the ones that got that. I'm one of the ones who got that deluxe edition of the game. And this song better be on the soundtrack, because I love this song. It's done by a guy named Yosh, and he's from Survive Said the Prophet. I guess that's the name of the band or the group that he's with.
Please, Mr. President, I am asking you to...
Oh, man, the guy who controls Cat Sith in the end there, I think it's Reeve. There he is. You get Heidegger
reconsider.
as well.
No begging.
Director.
Look at President fucking Shinra. He looks like an old man. It's like he looks like he's in his like 50s or 60s, and just the wrinkles on the skin and the details in the eyes, and just look at his lips. You have like wrinkles on his lips. That's how detailed they've gotten here.
Twisty.
The stench of the director's cowardice fills the room yet again.
And I love how they make Heidegger grab his nose. The stench of his stench fills the room once again, and the only thing about Heidegger that I do not like is that they could have made him a little bit fatter, but who knows? We'll maybe they will improve upon that. I mean, that's another thing about this remake, is that when the next installment is coming out on PS5, so what are they going to do? Graphics wise, yes, they can improve, but character model wise, are they going to touch that at all? I hope not, because I like what I see here.
Mako super saturation.
So here we go. We have Scarlet on her little throne here. We have a bunch of scientists, Shinra scientists around, and they're infusing Mako energy to make materia.
Confirmed. Engage.
And there we see our first look at them making the materia, and they talk about cooling it down to make it, to where they can handle it.
Materia cooling to reduce temperature.
And she, you don't really see her in the first. You don't see her until you get to Corel. I don't think you see her in the original game till you get to North Corel. And I just can't wait. It makes me wish they would have made the remake all one game, but then it would probably, at this rate, it would be like 20 Blu-ray discs or 10 Blu-ray discs full of stuff. But I can't wait, and I hope to God we get to play as Tifa when she slaps the shit out of this woman on top of that cannon.
Madam Director,
And here she is. She's using a Shinra guard, a Shinra soldier, if you will, as a footstool here, as an ottoman. She's watching this material being made, and she's got this big throne, this big comfy chair, right in the middle of a laboratory, where they're basically like, you know, creating materia, you know, in this room, and she's just sitting her happy ass there on a throne, you know, maxing and relaxing.
You have a meeting shortly.
Stop. Your timing is impeccably atrocious.
She goes to cross her legs and kicks this guy, and he's like, ow.
Oh dear, oh dear. A man of my refined taste running out of butter.
I can't remember off the top of my head this guy's name because he's really not that significant, but he's the one who's always asking for butter in his tea. And this is what I always imagine this guy sounding like. He may not be that significant of a character because I think he dies in the chase or whatever the case may be. I think he gets hit with a truck. But, God, just the detail that they've shown. And this is the way that they've expanded the story. They've expanded the lore. Something that they were trying to do all the way back in 96 / 97 when they were making the game and just could not do. But here we are, 23 years later, and they've done it. They've found it. The technology grew to where they can now tell. This is probably the story that they wanted to tell back in 97. And as we see beautiful go-go dancers, and God damn, we're in the Honeybee Inn, and it just looks fantastic.
Welcome to the Honeybee Inn, Cloud.
And of course, they're going to dress Cloud up.
True beauty is an expression of the
I
heart.
like the look on Cloud's face here. Hold on, let me see if we can go back.
True beauty is an expression of the heart.
The expression of the heart. Look, Cloud is in that chair, and he's like, what the fuck is going on?
True beauty is an expression of the heart. A thing without shame, to which notions of gender don't apply.
And there we go. We were wondering how they were going to incorporate this scene, how they were going to address this, if you will. A lot of the people were going, oh God, are they really going to SJW this up? And that statement right there where gender doesn't matter when it comes to beauty, that's their way of not offending people with this cross-dressing scene, you know, and, you know, it's their way of appealing to the snowflake crowd. We can't just have him just dress up as a woman as a way to sneak into a brothel, which is the whole point of this. No, we got to make a whole innuendo and everything out of it. But anyway, let's continue.
Perfection. Not a word.
Now here we go. We see Aerith here. We see people dancing outside the Honeybee Inn. And here's Cloud coming out in his dress. And he's saying, not a word. Not a word. And we see the commands menu down here. We see the commands menu. I can't make the thing go away, but we see the commands menu down there. So we're playing as Aerith right now, it looks like.
Not even.
Right here we have Yodior? Yodor? I don't know what that means. We have a food cart over here. This is Wall Market, and we have Cloud walking with his hands in front. And we still have this commands menu down here, down the bottom left.
One?
No!
And Cloud is going, no, don't say anything. And she's like, not even one? Can I just say one thing? And he's like, no. And here's Wall Market. There's Don Corneo's mansion in the background. And we just, golly, man. Now I see why they don't really want to do, you know, Final Fantasy 15 really didn't have many towns. It had the towns that they did have, though, were huge and massive. And that's one of the things about that Square has said in the past. We don't do that many towns and video games anymore because we know what people will expect if we do put it in there. And it takes a lot of time and resources to build these, you know?
But you're so pretty.
He's calling her pretty, and she's saying it all sarcastic. And here we go. We're walking up to the mansion, and you can see up at the top here the plate for Midgar. So even here, surrounded, blocking out the sun. Yes, there's plant life over here, and the dragons, and this, you know, the look of the building. Just, oh man. And we still got that commands menu down there at the bottom left. I wonder why we have that for these kind of scenes. But anyway, let's continue.
Today's right.
This guy looks like something just right out of Yakuza, or he's just classic, you know, Japanese over-the-top sleazeball character. And we have his guards over here that I'm assuming we're going to fight. And Tifa's here in her purple dress.
To be is
Today's.
We have Aerith. Today's? What the hell? And he's going to call him pathetic here as he wears a dress and pigtails and makeup.
pathetic. Huh? Which one of you said that? You got a mouth on you.
See, now that right there, the "you got a mouth on you," that didn't look, I mean, let's watch that again here.
You got a mouth on you.
That didn't look quite like it was synced up right there. Again, developmental footage, it can change. But look at this guy. Look at the porn star mustache and the mutton chops and the chest hair sticking out and the whatever the fuck this is over here with the tattoos and everything. He's just he's Don Corneo, man. He's a straight up pimp, you know? And then we get this new character. I think his name is Rush or Roche or Roach. And he likes to speed around on his motorcycle, from what his character bio has said, and he is a member of Soldier.
Well, aren't we having a wonderful time kicking the hornet's nest?
I don't know if I like the voice for his character. I really don't, because it's like, aren't we having a fine time? And then it trains into kicking the hornet's nest. I don't know if I like that flow. But again, this is just a trailer. It's not the final game. Can't really judge or say anything until the final game comes out.
You know.
And we got Biggs and Wedge and Cloud here. So we know that this is before the plate fall. And Roche or Roach is going to tell him, you know, I want one more dance with you one-on-one, which means that these two have faced off here in the past.
What I want. A second dance. Just the two of us.
So what the hell?
And here we go. Our first look at the this I'm a science specimen or a science project, and it's Red 13, and we got Aerith, and over here there's Tifa looking awesome, Barrett looking awesome, and we're gonna hear Red 13's voice, and this is the part of the trailer where I was like, holy shit, they got his voice fucking perfect. He looks fucking perfect. Ooh.
What is it?
A fascinating question.
Look at this. Look at this badass motherfucker right here. The green eyes, and just you can see every individual hair. Every individual hair. They got hair right on this one. You can see every individual piece of fur on this dude's body. You can see wetness on the nose, glistening, in the light, like a dog, and a wolf or a cat, big, dog cat thing that this Red 13 is, and you can, oh man, the detail. If you're not watching this on a 4K or 1080p TV, you need to. You need to.
Oh, did it just talk?
I am.
And you can just see as he sits down, every muscle defined, his backbone defined. It's just so goddamn beautiful.
That which you see before.
Again, he's sitting down, his tail, and the tattoo, the 13 on here, and the headdress, and just, golly, man. He's kind of like your red mage in the, as my microphone here goes haywire. So, I mean, sorry guys, the microphone just went crazy on me. So, just look at it's crazy saying this about a dog. Look at his chest hair. How it's a different shade from the rest of the body as it should be. They didn't do it all one color. He's got white around his mouth and his goatee. And he's perfect. The voice even is just perfect. And you can see muscle definition on him. Muscle definition. Look at that. Look at his guns right there. I mean, you can just see how, you know, he's got that muscular dog-like structure. Or, you know, lion-like. I always thought he was a dog. So, let's continue here.
For you, nothing more.
Oh, man. Just look at his tail. His tail is glowing. His tail is glowing. And just even the background. Look at this background. How huge this place looks. And he's got a collar on with his headdress, which he uses as his weapon. He's got an earring in his ear. He's all painted up and tatted up. Oh. Like, and here we go. Cloud's running after Sephiroth here, but getting back to Red 13 for 1 second. He was the guy that I was like, okay, I'm not going to play as him. Now I think I may play as Red 13 more. We're going to get to control and move around Red 13. And, you know, with one swipe is with the sword. With that Mesmerme or whatever it's called. He can just slice through metal right like that.
A touching reunion.
There you get the touching reunion. Golly. And this is right after they defeat, I want to say it's Airbuster, and Cloud has that fall, but now we don't see him. We don't see him doing the whole hold on thing with Barret and Tifa. He just falls. So that's another change.
Very.
And here we go. The man pretty much behind all the experiments and everything like that, Mr. Hojo. We see DNA threading right here. We see DNA comparisons. We see the pods over here for Genova. This is like his lair, man. This is Hojo's hideout, if you will.
Very good. And thus is the hypothesis.
And we get, you know,
Prove.
we get coordinates over here, and it just looks crazy how he's watching Cloud as after he fell. And whoever is doing Hojo's voice is freaking amazing.
Incorrect. I can only hope you will continue not to disappoint.
God, that's exactly. So we're here. We're jumping up into ducks here, and I want to say this is where you're climbing through the air vents, and that's when you spy on the Shinra meeting going on.
Yeah, I hear you.
And we get our look at Moogle, who has teeth apparently, and the Chocobo Mog summon. Again, no health bar over here, and it looks like, you know, some summons you may be able to, you know, fight with you in battle. Some you may not be. Some may not be able to fight with you in battle. We see Cloud here by himself. A health bar here. Maybe that's because the summon is going on.
I know these people.
And we have him here, you know, fighting these guys again. That was in the Tokyo Game Show trailer and also in the demo that is out there floating around.
And I know they're never gonna let Aerith go. She's the
We're here with Tifa, and
last living ancient.
she's fighting Shinra soldiers, and there's Cloud. And we see here that, you know, we have shortcuts. True Strike, Overpower, use a potion over here, so.
Planet. Think about what that means to Shinra's scientists.
And we have melee attack here by Barret, it looks like. Because he has a different weapon here. He doesn't have a gun arm. He has something that looks like a blade or a claw.
This is
There's
God damn. I can't help but keep going back to Red 13. James H., if I've never played a Final Fantasy before, how bad is that life choice? Which would you recommend that you start with? Golly, man. I would recommend starting with 10 because it's very linear, it's very turn-based, it's very strategical. If you could get past that damn laughing scene, which to me is, the hate for that scene is overrated. But I think 10 is a good place to start. There's a beautiful remaster out there. It's available on all platforms, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, PlayStation Vita, Xbox, Switch, you name it. It's on, the remaster came out for it. And it also includes 10 too. So I would start with 10. 10 is a beautiful place to start. Let me see here. I'm trying to see if I'm still live, guys. Because this encoder here, this Streamlabs, I'm still live apparently. It looks like it's still live. I wonder if I can edit the title here. Let me go in here. If I go into the studio, can I still edit it? I don't know why it has the number 2. Yeah, I can. Okay. Nice, thanks. You're welcome, man. Honestly, too, start with 7. 7 is out there on all platforms as well. 7, if you've never played Final Fantasy before, it could be a bit daunting. You're not going to understand some of the dialogue in it because the translation is god awful. But that's a good place here. No, you're not derailing me, James. You're not derailing me at all, man. I'm derailing myself here because my decoder, if I was to show a picture of this decoder right here, it says it's disconnected, but it still wants me to end the stream. So, but let's get back to this trailer here. Give me one moment. Let's full screen it. So look at Red 13. Again, you can see every individual hair, whisker, his little mohawk. Look at his goddamn teeth. You wouldn't want to fuck with him. Again, the muscle definition, the feathers here. Aerith looking awesome in the background.
Worst of
See more Tifa. Tifa looks better in some shots in this trailer than others. And of course, Aerith, just goddamn, Aerith is beautiful in this game. I think Aerith is, a lot of people were back in the day, which one's prettier, Aerith or Tifa? Aerith or Tifa? Kind of think Aerith outshines Tifa in this, and I think that's because they're really pushing the Cloud-Aerith relationship, which if you've never played Final Fantasy VII, I won't spoil for you here the dynamics of that little triangle that kind of goes on and the significance of making certain choices with which one you want to be nice to. But, golly, Aerith here just looks goddamn beautiful.
everything. Genova.
And we have our first look at a major boss here in Genova. I want to say it's your typical Final Fantasy tentacle monster. If you go back to 10, as you're going to the temple in Kilika, you have that little clamshell-like creature with the tentacles that pop up behind you. And I believe that this was if you go back to the data miners that leaked their stuff, this looks to be one of the bosses that was in that data. And I can't say spoiler alert anymore because they've spoiled it for you. And unless you're avoiding, if you're avoiding trailers and avoiding spoilers, you wouldn't have clicked on this video. So I think that, this was what they were saying. I don't think this is our final boss. I don't think this is our final boss here. But let's keep going with this.
Genova.
And here we see, weakness. And we see Tifa fighting over here. And we got Aerith somewhere, but there's the main body. And just even the monsters look freaking incredible in the game. And there we see, Tifa and Cloud over here, and Aerith is striking or dodging. And golly, here's the reactor getting blown up. Barrett's saying suck on this there to, not, I want to say that's rollerball. And there we have our deal where he falls. So does he fall twice? Once with Sephiroth and then this? Because this is after the second reactor mission. Do you go to one more reactor? They've changed so much here. And here we have more of the truck and the cloud on this Daytona motorcycle, which it would be nice if they give you, if you actually get to drive that motorcycle for more than 10 minutes. And then we have them running through tunnels. Barrett, we get a good look at Barrett's face there. And we're fighting those little mechanical snake things. I don't know the name of every single villain like some people do. And Red 13's coming in to help out Aerith here.
The Shinra electric power.
And then I want to go back right there, if we can. You know, there's Sector 7. That's the plate falling. And President Shinra's just looking on. The plate is falling. I believe this is nighttime. He's up on the surface. He's not under the plate. So therefore, if it was day or night, we'd be able to tell. And this is at night because clearly you can see everything burning.
The Shinra electric.
And he's just sitting there watching, smiling.
Company isn't the.
And I want to say this may be as the plate is falling, them getting out of there.
Real enemy. I promise you.
Here we have a shot of the aftermath of when they're done with the chase. Tifa, Red 13, Barrett, and Aerith here. And there's ghosts, these ghosts that we keep seeing flying around.
It's a much bigger threat. I just want to do everything in my power to help all of you.
She says all of you, and these ghosts are... I want to say these are like the Genova specimens. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that's what these are like dead experiments or Genova specimens.
And the planet.
And there we go. That's our trailer. That's our trailer, guys. Sorry about this video breaking up in the middle. I'm probably going to pull the video here after the live feed and edit it down a bit because I did not know we were... like I said, my decoder told me that the stream stopped. So, there we go. There's our... you saw a little behind the scenes too because you get to see my behind the scenes of the YouTube channel and everything there. Oh God, they're doing something on SmackDown. Winner of the 6-man tag has to eat dog food. Give me a break. But there it is, guys. There's my shot-by-shot analysis. I will say here, I heard news today that Nintendo has pretty much came out and told its investors that they are not releasing any new hardware in the year of 2020. So that kind of puts my theory of the Switch Pro being released alongside Breath of the Wild 2. Kind of puts that to bed. But it also kind of tells you that Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be for the Nintendo Switch. So there you go with that. I don't think we're going to see a Switch Pro or a Switch 2 until probably 2022. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching and joining me here. Yeah, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, hit the bell icon. You'll be notified every time I go live, post a video. And we will see you down the road. Hopefully I'll get to stream more this weekend.